Hey, it's Shaun from Open Pantry Co, and this is the Prep List, your under 10-minute Monday hit to sharpen your thinking for the week ahead. Every episode, we cover one trend to watch, one tool to test, one real-world operator move, and one smart team question that you can take to your next meeting this week. This week, we're talking all about location intelligence, because whether you're reviewing your current site or planning for a new one, where your trade still matters as much as actually how you trade. So the trend to watch for this week. The trend we're seeing right now is operators actually using data before they sign a lease. For years, location decisions were made just on gut feel, saying things like, that corner gets good morning traffic. There's a gym nearby, so surely it must be busy. I drove past and it just felt right. Well, it's not like that anymore. The smartest operators are layering gut instinct with location data. Things like Google Analytics, foot traffic, ABS census data, and even local council planning tools that show what's being developed in the area in the years ahead. I know groups who now run location audits every year, even for their existing venues, just to check. Things like, is foot traffic still growing or is it declining? Has the customer demographic shifted? Are we still aligned in the neighborhood that we're in with the offer that we currently have? Because what worked 3 years ago might not work today. And planning site number 2, 3, 4, more, location intelligence can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent by the mistakes that you could make. The tool to test for this week. There are plenty of tools that you can use in this space. For things like foot traffic or heat mapping, Google Analytics gives you search behavior by area. Our friends at Geotech and even Location IQ can give you movement patterns. For demographics, ABS census data is free and live. Local councils often publish suburb profiles showing household income, age splits, and cultural mix as well. And for groups, I recommend the simple location scorecard. Build a template in Google Sheets and have it with categories like the visibility and signage, parking and local transport around, the competitor mix, local spending power, and then score each potential site from 1 to 5. We've actually built a venue location evaluation scorecard that you can download. We dropped the link in the show notes of this podcast. Now, the operator move for this week. One group we work with ran a full location audit process across their venues. They weren't sure whether to open a new site or just consolidate what they already had. Running the numbers, they discovered one of their venues was underperforming, not because of staff or product, but because the area's foot traffic had dropped by 15% as new developments shifted people further down the strip. I'm sure a lot of us would have seen this in the coming years with so many new developments on board. Rather than trying to push harder in a declining spot, they closed that site and reinvested into a new location that scored much higher on visibility and customer fit. The return on investment was immediate. Higher sales, lower stress. The move was tough, but it saved them years in slow decline. That's the power of a structured location audit. Here's one for your next team meeting. Are we maximizing our location's potential? Don't just think about foot traffic. Think about things like, are we open at the right hours for our neighborhood? Do our products match the people walking past? Are there local businesses or gyms we could partner with to drive actual foot traffic? Sometimes it's not the site that's wrong. It's how you're actually using the site itself. And that's your prep list for this week. If you're planning to open a new venue or just want to make sure your current one is still in the right place, I'd recommend running a location audit before spring gets too busy. We've built a simple location assessment guide, as I said, a scorecard that you can use to check the basics. DM me or head to the link in the show notes to grab it. It's totally free. And if this episode gave you something to think about, please share it with someone else in hospo. It makes a big difference in how big this podcast gets. Until next time, see you next week for the Prep List.